Okay, last time you guys met, you were working on your value scale, so it should kind of look like this. We've been working on getting it so that it goes from lighter to darker, and so on and so forth. But now we're going to take that knowledge and we're going to actually create a sphere. We're going to make it look like it's three-dimensional. So we're going to talk about the light source and then how to get a highlight and how to make it look like it's three-dimensional. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a roll of tape and you're going to trace the inside circle here. That'll get you your circle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop in a horizon line. So the horizon line is where the ground and the wall meet, or the sky and the ground meet. So that's going to help us read this as not just a circle anymore. It's starting to have depth to it. We want it to have more depth. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create a light source. We're going to figure out where the light's coming on. So if the light's coming in this direction, you're going to mark light source, okay, right here. And that way it kind of gets an idea. So if the light source is here, this is going to be the lightest area. It's going to not have anything in it. So we've been working on getting our value scale. So that is going to be the lightest spot. So that's going to be probably our number one when we look at our scale. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a little bit of an oval shape around, going away from the light source. This is going to become our number 2, our number 3, our number 4, and then our number 5. Now to make this look even more like a sphere, we will have our sphere cast a shadow, okay? And when it casts a shadow, it is going to be opposite of our light source. So our shadow is going to be down in here. And when you look at a circle sideways, because we're going to be looking at it sideways, we're not looking at it straight down, we're actually looking at it sideways. When you see a circle and you're looking at it sideways, you'll see that it becomes an oval. So like this oval shape right here, that is what's going to happen to your shadow. We're going to go opposite of where we are. So here's the light source. That means that the shadow is going to be like right in here. And we're going to draw an oval, kind of like a little puddle underneath there. And technically, if you were to kind of draw it, you'd have like this little dotted line through the middle. Obviously, our sphere would not show that, or our little ball will not show that. But your oval would be like right here. It's going to be opposite of the light source. So that's going to be your shadow. Now with shadows, that means it has to be super dark. So you're going to go in here and you're going to shade this in really dark and make it all solid. We are just using graphite for this. And you're just going to color this in and make it dark. Now as you are working on everything else, you're going to start working on shading in everything through here. So this is going to be our number 1. And what is our number 1? It is nothing. There's nothing in there. It's the white of the paper. Number 2, you're going to lightly shade in, just gently. Okay, you can just kind of go like that and just lightly hit it. And then, of course, you're going to do number 3, which is just like number 2, except now you're going to create some layers on top of this. So you got this one right here. And then I like to turn my paper so it's a little bit easier for me to work. And then I'm going to put a second layer on top of this little area. I'm just going to kind of go with it and shade it in really gently. I'm not pushing any harder. I'm just putting another layer on top of that. So that's 3. And then I'm going to do the same thing to number 4. I'm going to go up and down, side to side, and then diagonally on here. So we're just going to kind of move this through here. Don't be afraid to use your pencil. So it should get progressively darker. It shouldn't go from light, light, and then dark. We don't want it to get super dark. We want it to gradually get dark. It's going to be a transition kind of effect. So, and then of course we're going to do one more layer on top of that. So as you see, it's starting to work a little bit and get a little darker. I'm going to work on the edge here. And then it's going from lighter, and then it's going to get darker. And then number 5, of course, it's going to be up and down, side to side, diagonal one way, diagonal the other way. So we're just going to really work that surface over. and make it darker. Is it going to be as dark as the shadow? No, it's not going to be that dark. It's going to be nice and easy, and you're just going to work on that. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try your hand at using your shading techniques that you've been working on and getting that completed. And then after you get that done, I have some other challenges for you. So it should look like this. It should be kind of getting darker. My shadow can go a little bit darker. I can push a little bit harder. All right, so you can kind of see what that would look like. If you get finished with that, you can certainly challenge yourself to another kind. So like maybe you want to do a circle here and then see what happens when you change the light source. What does it look like when the light source is coming from above? Okay, you're going to have to do a little thinking and figure out what that's going to look like. So the light source is coming up above. Where's your shadow going to be? Is it going to be off to the side? Probably not, so you're going to have to figure it out. Another thing you could do, if you get done with that second one, you could try it the other way. What happens if you put the light source over here? Okay, so, and maybe you want to try it in color pencil rather than just regular pencil. So you can figure out what you want to do on your paper. All right, have fun.